being as our chairman, and who is tirelessly working with all of our other team efforts to make this happen and make it successful. So I really thank you all for coming and participating in it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Salman. And now the last but not least, Mr. Afzal Hafiz, who is also the chairman of the steering committee for the convention steering committee, as well as the chairman of NED Alumni Association of Texas, Houston. Afzal Hafiz graduated from NED University in 1994 with a degree in civil engineering.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। हमारे लिए एसोसिएशन ऑफिशियली आर्टिकल ऑफ कॉर्पोरेशन 2012 में मिला था ह्यूस्टन टेक्सास का, और हमारे ह्यूस्टन में ऑलमोस्ट 250 करीब एनईडीज हैं। जस्ट आई विल गिव यू सम लाइट्स। हमारा प्लान ये है कि वी हैव टू प्लान टू समथिंग वी कैन डू फॉर द एनईडी एंड कराची एज अ मीनिंगफुल टू फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोजेक्ट। तो इसमें हम लोग रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट हम लोग इसमें जो कुछ लोग हैं जिसमें मालूम है एनईडी और लोकल लोग जो इसको वी विल ट्राई टू गेट सम फंड फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड बैंक। तो दैट्स आवर मेजर प्लान। और इसके अलावा तो जो स्कॉलरशिप और जो दूसरी जगह दिस इज ऑल इज डिफॉल्ट। सो थैंक यू फॉर बिहाफ ऑफ द NED Alumni Houston, Texas. Thanks.
Thank you, Afzal sir. So Indian NA as an umbrella association does not only provide a platform for the member associations to meet and greet and socialize, but also believes in a cause and an objective to make NED University a world-class university. And for that, Indian NA established NED ALIF, which is NED Alumni Endowment Fund. To give you more information about that, I would like to invite Mr. Arif Sattar for the presentation. And Arif Sattar graduated from NED University with a degree in mechanical engineering in 1986.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I just see so much brilliance here. So there's a lot of brilliance here, and I've been told to come out and talk about endowment fund, but I would like to start with a small video clip that will hopefully inspire all of us. So if we could start the video clip, get prepared with it.
माँ बाप की केयर में रहता है, उसके बाद ज़रा वो आउटर वर्ल्ड में जाता है तो उससे बेहतर इन चीज़ों पे थोड़ा काम करना पड़ता है। तो हमें को कैसे ओवरकम करना है, हमने पर्टिकुलरली मेरे बेटे थे उसके लिए फिर करते करते प्रोस्थेटिक हैंड्स का पता लगा। जब वो एज में बढ़ता गया तो मुझे भी लगा कि शायद टाइम है कि मैं अपनी रिसर्च को और आगे बढ़ाऊँ और आगे बढ़ना चाहिए और कुछ नहीं एटलीस्ट ट्राई करना चाहिए। मे बी डजंट वर्क फॉर एवरीवन और हो सकता है किसी के लिए बहुत ही कारगर साबित हो। तो आई थिंक इट्स ऑप्शन वर्थ एक्सप्लोरिंग। मतलब किसी को ट्राई करना चाहिए जिनको ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि पार्ट ऑफ योर बॉडी इफ यू फील इज मिसिंग एंड इफ यू वांट टू यूज दैट पार्ट 3D प्रिंटिंग ऑप्शन इज एन एक्सीलेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी। हर कोई इस चीज़ को ट्राई देखे, शायद आपके लिए यूजफुल हो।
This is such a moving and beautiful story of somebody who did not have the natural capabilities of handling things. This little kid's name is Mir Bayan Baloch. And you will ask, how is it related? It's related because it happened because most of you guys were involved in this endowment fund creation, and specifically media, the Chicago Association contributed. This 3D printer as sort of a, it was meant to actually honor one of our guys, Hassan Zubairi, who actually died in 1991. He was a batch in 1991. I don't know when he actually died, but this was contributed in his honor, and the main contribution came from Chicago. So anyway, the point I wanted to talk about was, what is the endowment fund? What has that achieved? And how is this related? This was the contribution that happened because of the 3D printing facility that we created in NED. It is the only 3D printer available in that locality. And it's sort of some companies along with NED created this arm for this child. Originally, when we started this stuff, the plan was not to go to Mir Beyond Baloch, where it was sort of a spin-off that came out of this activity. So, I've been told here to actually educate you guys. I don't know how I'm going to educate some of these brilliant guys here. So, I am sort of, think of me as a Mr. Bean, who actually did the Whistler's Mother's sort of story. How many people have actually seen that movie? Raise your hands. So I am the Mr. Bean who's supposed to be a clown who has to actually educate you guys. So I'm going to move in. Can somebody click on this? So really, institutions, endowment fund is basically sort of a dedicated fund that is created to support a certain cause. And you heard a lot about Koshish, and Karachi University has about $1 million of funds that Ashraf Habibullah actually contributes. Ashraf has been instrumental in many of those endowments. In fact, one of his recent ones I heard was a chair at Berkeley that he actually contributed to as well, $3 million given to Berkeley, University of Berkeley. So basically, it's a way of sustaining certain activity that you believe on. It's with the intent that the capital would not be depleted while you're trying to maintain and manage that activity throughout its life cycle. If you know, many of the universities, all the top universities have it. There are some numbers in front of you, but they are typically in tens of billions of dollars. Harvard has probably one of the biggest ones, is $37 billion, and they're on. Unfortunately, NED does not have any endowment fund. And the endowment fund is directly sort of part and parcel of the university. But NED has had, in our beloved VCs here, we know that we don't even have operational funds. How can we think about things outside the operational infrastructure? So that's where we came in, which is all of us, and created the endowment fund, which Amir alluded to in the start. And it was created, and Kamal alluded to. In 2012, it was created in DC convention. Then it took about 2-3 years to actually set up the infrastructure, get some seed funding, get the guidelines set up, and have contributions done. It took about 3 to 4 years to be there. Now it has a very big, decent scale, and it needs to scale further with your help. So that's the storyline. Basically, these are newsprints. It's supposed to be newsprints. Alif's objectives mainly are in these areas. It's to actually create facilities for most teaching and research facilities. 3D printer was an example. There was also a contribution from NEDAX for BIM, which is, I think, is called Building Integration Management software, which allows you to, when you have mechanical, civil, all the folks that come in together and they build buildings, you run into these aha moments and say, hey, this was not integrated, I don't have space for this particular thing, or we are running into it. This integration software allows you for that kind of activity. Thanks to NEDAX, it's now part of NED. Research and development, there are PhD level research, because one of the things that we know is that our ranking is not where it needs to be, and one of the main reasons is that we don't have any fundings for research. We have about $20,000 allocated to that kind of activity, to PhD students and some smaller projects as well. The last but not the least, there's one big sort of commitment that we have gotten from Jersey Precast. There was also a contribution from Amir, which is about $300,000 over the next 5 years to create a chair. And typically a chair means there will be somebody who's an expert in certain research that would continue the path of research further. So that development sort of funding was done by Amir. That was 300,000, and then we have. The goal of an endowment is to keep the capital all the time. So that's the investment of $30,000. So if you can look at these things, these are the causes to which those are really needed, because we're not talking about operational funds, we're not talking about scholarship funds. I just want you to be clear, this is not, because many people are already doing a lot of work on scholarship funds, there's a lot of work that's going on, but this endowment is mainly about center of excellence, taking NED to the next level, and creating research and grants and creating more of these moments like what you saw with me and Leon. We never started with this, but that's the realm of possibility. So, do you guys really think, how many people can raise hands to say that we don't want to do this? How many people want to say that they don't want to do it? And I'm going to take some questions, if there are any very specific questions before I turn it over, because I wanted to be quick through this stuff because I think I'm between you and lunch. So I don't want to be there for too long. Any questions? So there is, the details are, I think we have about 27,000, the investment dollars are still in hand, and we collected directly 85,000 so far. So this number is about 385,000. Out of that, 85,000 was collected already, and the allocation is somewhere around 55,000. And the other 30,000 is still in hand, and the commitment of 300,000 is over the next 5 years. Is not a pledge amount, it's a commitment. So I know that this is going to happen. Any other questions? Yes, Kamal.
I would have included, I am not.
I know that.
In March, it was 5,000 from Alex, and for this year, on the other team, I'm committing 5,000.
I'm not asking, you're giving, thank you.
On behalf of,
I love the competition.
on behalf of Chicago, we pledge $5,000.
That's another one.
As you know, NED's price rate has given 5,000 in the past to others, and we have set up that lab for $24,000. And now, on behalf of NED's board, I'm pledging $5,000.
By the way, I did tell you guys the target was 50,000, and we've already met, we're already 1/3 of the way there. So I'm not going to make a pitch here like a Madari. I was expected to, like Mr. Dean, but I'm not going to do that. So there are forms here. I'm sorry, you had a question? Research and development projects. What happens is, think of this like a shark tank, but they're a mellowed shark with no teeth. So there's a group of people who get requests from NED that here are the projects that we want to do from research students or from faculty. And Tadriva is actually giving me some of the details on the research projects that were done. Tadriva, I don't see the names of the research projects. Unsupervised learning of traffic pattern for anomaly and detection is an example of it, but there are 5 or 6 other projects that we have done. So really the request comes in for a certain research project, and then there's a committee that sort of sits down and looks at the paper and sort of blesses it. Do I personally? No, I don't. But the committee actually is well versed. I'm the dean, as I said. Yes.
I am interested in this 3D printer, but the reason I'm telling you why, I have a project with the installed prosthetic machine, very close to the campus. We already installed 10,000. And we have a need to expand it to hands. That's the technology we should have. So I'm interested in that. Is there if you are next page where you can use it at a larger scale? Because a lot of places around Pakistan will need hands.
So I think there are 2-3 ways. And first of all, our vice chancellor is here, and we can actually connect with you with them. The main thing is that if you have custom prosthetics, you will need a larger scale because everything is custom, which means everything has to be printed. Or if you've got a sort of cast kind of a solution where you create a die, which means you can create a die and then cookie cutter many of those things out. Depending on your application, it may or may not. If you want 10,000 of those custom made, then one 3D printer is probably not going to do your trick. Yes. Yes, I was about to. I just wanted to complete the question. Any other questions? जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स जहां कहां किए आपकी आवाज आपने हाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे there is an advisor. Typically there are 3 functions of the. I didn't go into the structure of the organization. It took us 2-3 years to create the structure. There's a board of trustees and there is an executive body. Executive body is involved in day-to-day stuff. Board of trustees is the governing body that sets the policy. The execution happens and then there is a group, in fact there's an advisor, I think it's Shahzad Qazi, who is sort of an EVP of one of the major banks. He is the advisor who has invested in certain funds. The intent is that it cannot be too aggressive. Otherwise we will lose money with the market turning up against us. So it's probably some sort of a conservative kind of funds that he's put into. But Shahzad, I don't think he's in the crowd, we will talk about it. बहुत जबरदस्त And I know there are lots of individuals as well who will contribute, and I don't want to call their name out, but I'll talk to them on the sidelines.
You can call my name out.
All right, that's cool. I shall do that.
All of the NED beautiful people that are here, 25,000.
Thank you, Ashok sir.
A little closer to 50,000 you are?
We are, yeah, absolutely, and closer to branch as well. Okay, so the only thing is, anybody who's interested, and by the way, these big donations are coming. Katra dariya banta hai. So I expect, even if you want to pledge $20, this was a comment was given to me by Kamar Qasmi, who's one of our core guys in the endowment, and he's one of the linchpins. He's not here. Usne kaha, Arif, you have to go to the common man, make sure that they can contribute and feel part of this part. So you need to, if you can do $20 a month, have the stuff, you can actually pledge it here. There's a pledge forms out here that are available. Tanveer Bhai is our contact, and there's a table here. So is Asma. So am I. Don't forget me. We'll talk about it later. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Rashad and I together are going to give. Rashad and I together are going to pledge. Very nice. We cannot be
Thank you so much, everyone. And now the appreciation part. for our hardworking steering committee. We have awards here. So the members of the steering committee, please come on the stage so that we give awards to you. Steering committee, you want to? Okay, here is Mr. Ispa is not here. Asif Iqbal, Mr. Tanveer Khalil. Badr Hussain Saab is not here. Badr Hussain is willing. अच्छा सॉरी एक बात मैं भूल गई कि अवार्ड देना भी होता है किसी को. So for that I would like to invite Dr. Afzal Haq, the Vice Chancellor of NED University, to come on the stage. Amin Islam, President of NED. Afzal Hamisa, Chair Steering Committee. And Mr. Khalil Kasam, please apply the award medically. Steering Committee, members of Steering Committee, please come on the stage to receive your awards. Aslam Siddiqui sir. Salman Siddiqui, Iram Rahman, Umar Farooq, Sayyid Mansoor Hussain, Mike Zedi, and the volunteers as well. Farooq Hamza, Leena Shah, Mahmood Ahmed from Urdu Times, Moeed Khan, Ghazanfar Hashmi, Irfan and Amali, Adiba Hafiz, Sabah Hafiz,
Obviously, any event like this cannot happen without the continuing and very generous support of a lot of our sponsors. And we would like to take a minute to appreciate them. And I know it is just a token, but we would like to give them some awards. And let me if I can request these gentlemen, please come on the stage. Mr. Waqar Haider. He has been a stalwart supporter of the NED cause, and every time NED or Indian cause needs anything, Mr. Waqar Haider is the first call, and it's always a good phone call. Waqar Haider. And the next person, I really truly appreciate the support that he has extended to NED's cause, NED and NA, not just with money, but with a lot of his time, energy, effort, and ideas. Engineer Abul Islam Sahab, please. The next person on the list is somebody who everybody recognizes as a true champion of the Indian cause. And this man has not once, not twice, but on countless occasions proven that his heart is absolutely in the right place. And I really don't have words to say thanks to him. Mr. Safwan Shah. You know, I'm often entrusted with the responsibility to do fundraising. And I'm the person at times making the phone calls to people to collect money for causes like the convention and other causes. One of the easiest calls that I ever have to make, the one that I really look forward to making actually, is this next gentleman, Engineer Khalid Malik. The man does not know how to say no. Guys, a really big round of applause for him. He has been so generous over the years in this cause. Thank you so much, Khalid. Guys, these are the people who have stepped up time and again. Time and again they have stepped up and done the right thing, whether it was for the convention or a live or anything else. Another one of my favorite phone calls, the ones I really like to make it because it's an easy fruit, a low-hanging fruit. I know I can always go there and get some money. Engineer Salim Ahmad Khan, thank you so much. Engineer Tabassum Mumtaz, thank you so very much. There are so many people who have done so much for this cause. The next person, almost everybody knows him, Engineer Zulfi Khan. Thank you so much for your very, very generous support. I know you traveled from a long distance, we appreciate that, and your presence here and also the support. Mr. Rashad Ali. Thank you for the really thought-provoking talk. I, for one, learned a lot. Thank you so much for that and obviously for the support. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, Rashid. The next gentleman, he has done a lot for the cause. He has always done it in absentia. Mr. Aftab Siddiqui is not here, so on his behalf, I would request Aslam Siddiqui to please accept the award. And we are very blessed and fortunate to have one of the legendary teachers and professors from NED University here. He's from the Mechanical Engineering Department. And what a civil engineering graduate of dubious distinction has business doing introducing somebody like him? Well, the connection here is that I was the publication secretary and he was my advisor. And without his help, nothing would really have been possible. So among many other things that he has done for NED University and the students of NED, it is really my distinct honor and privilege to acknowledge Professor Dr. Syed Frasat Ali. Dr. Sahib, if you are here, please come on.
It's a great delight to see such a rapid progress, and I am especially thrilled on this endowment fund we started. So yes, all of you, please, keep your ambitions on and keep doing the good work. And I hope I can I can do some more contribution now also, instead of just, counting on my previous ones. Thank you very much.
So please. Can I have a picture of you? Now I would request another very good friend, my batchmate, and a long standing supporter of the Indian cause, Engineer Izari. Sarvat Izar, yes, of course, the better half, obviously. Yeah, we know she's the real person, yes, we know she's the real supporter. Please, Sarvat.
My day. He's happy.
The next award is for somebody very special. And it is really a privilege for me to be presenting this award. I never imagined when I was in NED that there would ever be one day when I would be standing in the stage and inviting this person to the stage to receive an award. He has been a mentor to me, and I've learned a lot from him, and obviously many NEDs have done so. Engineer Tanveer Malik. Yes, I don't have to say what he has done for NED or NED. We will save that another day because we don't have time for that.
We also have awards for those who are helping us with the media and AV system and all these nice things that you are seeing here. Farooq Hamza, Mr. Farooq Hamza. Farooq Hamza is also a member of Houston Alumni Association and also member of